All right, hi everyone. Marcus from uTu here. Going to dive into the code review for lesson 5 around artificial intelligence or AI. So here we're going to come in and drill into the AI file. So this is where the rubber really starts to meet the road between the natural language processing, the NLP, where we were defining kind of intents and how we would potentially detect them. But what do we actually want to do when one of those intents is detected? So here what you'll actually see is a repeated structure around ear.hears. And again, trying to use some terms to help kind of guide what is actually happening when your bot hears something. So what you were defining in each case is when your bot, via its ears, hears the system.launch intents. So if we went back to the NLP, just to remember what that is, so down under the system, under launch, if it hears one of these things, or believes that is what the user is trying to say, then this defines the action that it is going to take. For right now, I won't get into some of the complexity with the inbound message. Just know, basically you need to follow this format in terms of the actual meat, the raw message that is received. That is what we're going to pass in to do something with. And in this case, what we're telling our bot to do is reply, to say something back. And in the case of with Alexa, we actually have to use this subfunction here with the response to say something explicit. Going back here, what we have is, so what we're going to be saying is the bot is going to reply by saying system.launch response greetings. So back over here, we can see the system, the launch, the responses, and the greeting launch is just simply welcome to mavenx.com. So that's indeed what it would say. And we're also making use of something here with a reprompt, which is after a period of, I think it's 5 or 6 seconds with Alexa, that if the user doesn't respond to the greeting, that they will be reprompted, but this time with a little different message, going up to the responses.help. And here with this help, you can see it actually gives the user some explicit instructions on what they could say to this bot to get it moving forward. And we'll, in this last instruction here, we'll cover a bit later when we're getting into like dialogues and identity tracking. All right, so if you scan through this, principally it's a repeated pattern. You should be able to follow through. One that's a little bit more complicated is this one here in the middle. Now this is the one that will actually solve for a specific request from the client or from your user in terms of them specifying the category for which they are trying to get a list for. So in this case, what we're doing is assigning a value to the slot value that came in. So to kind of review that again. So this gets back to the example here where looking for the intent of clip categories, we know because there's defined slot that we're expecting or trying to get back a user value of one of these anticipated fields. So that's exactly what's occurring here, checking for the category if there is, and it matches one of the expected values, to go ahead and return that. And if not, error back to the user to basically reprompt them to start this piece over. And maybe the one other thing to kind of message on is that, so the here's respond to looking for defining and looking for a specific intent. The on is anytime anything happens we go ahead and this will get fired. For right now, just for demonstration purposes, you have a simple console login there, but basically it's not doing anything right now. But we will get back to that. All right, so that was a quick overview